what a better way to incorporate antioxidants, fiber, vitamins, minerals into our diet than to make a beautiful taco salad. So let's get started on our taco salad for today. All right. We are going to make like a taco salad meat. And our main ingredients for our taco salad is walnuts and mushrooms. So we're going to use our food processor to add and incorporate all of our ingredients together. So we are going to start with some walnuts. Now I have soaked my walnuts overnight. And the reason why I do that, I'll add them here, I've rinsed them and drained the water, is because all of our nuts have enzyme inhibitors on them that are actually anti-nutrients. And so we should be soaking and removing those enzyme inhibitors before we use any of our nuts and seeds. And so this is the water that came from the soaking of the walnut. So you can see there's a lot of stuff in there. So all of the enzyme inhibitors are in here. Now those enzyme inhibitors are protecting the walnuts before we're ready to use them and eat them. And so they do serve a purpose. And then I've got 2 portobello mushrooms. So these are the portobello mushrooms. And I have put them in the oven and roasted them for about 20 minutes to cook them, because mushrooms are best cooked. And so what I've done is I chopped up 2 portobello mushrooms and I scaled them first and removed the gills on the back side. Now you can use any kind of mushroom that's edible. You don't need to use portobello mushrooms. And you can even buy them all sliced and ready to go from the grocery store. And then all you need to do is put them on a baking sheet with some parchment paper and cook them for about 20 minutes. And mushrooms, to really enhance their beautiful nutritional properties, really should be cooked first. And depending on the stem, if the stem is very young, I'll use it. If it's not young and it looks like it's old, I won't use it. And then I just cut them into pieces and put them in the oven. So it's very easy to do. And then I just throw them into my food processor here. Oh, and I got a few stickings, so I'm going to get those off. And it's so beautiful because there's no mess with parchment paper. When you're using parchment paper, be careful you're not getting any that has a wax on it. It should just be the paper. So I have that. So that's the base of it. I am going to add in some tomato here. So I've got a Roma tomato that I've used. And I'm going to add about half a pepper. Now, this is the secret to quick food prep, is to actually spend some time on Sunday afternoon or whatever day works for you and cut up some of your vegetables so they're ready to go. You don't need to cut them up as you need them. So I spend some time on Sunday and then I replenish throughout the week as I need. Because I have kids and, some things don't stay fresh for that long. So what I have here is some red pepper that I've cut up previously. And I'm going to add roughly about half of a red pepper here. Roughly. It doesn't have to be exact. And I'm going to add in my spices here. I've got cumin, chili powder, coriander, and garlic powder. Now you can add some salt, but I am very much in 2024 made a resolve to be as salt-free as I can. And once you get used to it, all of the beautiful flavors, you don't need it anymore. What you could do is add a drop of lemon juice to add some flavor if you feel that you need it. And all I'm going to do is now chop this up in my food processor. I don't want it to be really fine and mushy. I still want it to be a little bit on the coarse side. So I'm pulsing it rather than just blasting it. And I'm just going to do it a little bit more. Oh, I can smell all those beautiful spices coming out. Ooh. All right. I think that's good. Beautiful. And so I'm going to put this into a bowl. I've got a bowl, that way you can see what I'm doing. I'm going to add a couple of things now that I didn't want to add in, just to give it a little bit more texture. Take this out. There's my blade. Be careful with your blade for sure. So there's my taco meat here. Made some beautiful fresh ingredients. And I'm going to add a couple things to it. I have some corn, and this is frozen non-GMO corn that I've thawed out. So I'm going to add a little bit of corn. And I'm also going to add some celery. Celery will give it an extra crunch. And a little bit more texture. You get the flavor from the corn as well. Just gonna incorporate those in. And there is our beautiful taco meat. All right. Of course, I get to try it to make sure it's good. You can always add more seasonings. Beautiful flavors. What I do find is chili pepper and some of the spices really will get absorbed by some things like the walnuts and the mushrooms. So you may feel that you need to add some more. This is good for now, but if it sits, it may end up, it'll melt the flavors, but you may want to add some more. So just kind of play by ear and feel it out. All right, so that is my taco meat ready to go. All we need to do is make a dressing, and then we've got everything to assemble our salad. And for today, for the dressing, I am using an immersion blender. Now, if you don't have an immersion blender, you can use a regular blender. I wanted to mix it up. And this dressing is made from avocado. So it's you don't want to make too much because avocados don't keep very long once they've been opened up. So they do oxidize quickly. So I don't want to make too much. All right. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put half an avocado in an avocado. I have a half I want to use first that my kids used. So I want to use that one up first. And I'm just scoring it, making like squares in it, and then I can get my spoon and put it into my immersion blender vessel here. So these two pieces, the immersion blender and this measuring cup vessel, come together. And I'm going to take another one. So I want some fresh avocado for the actual salad. So I'm going to, you never know when you open them up what they are like, but one tip is that the end, the butt end, if it's still in place where the stem is, then it will more likely be fresh. What happens is once the stem is removed, the air gets into it. Oh yeah, so this one is a good avocado. But once the air gets in, it starts to oxidize. And so when I'm at the store, I'm always searching for the avocados that still have the stem. And sometimes it's easy to find, sometimes not so much. But that's what my main criteria is that. And I usually buy them when they're still unripened and let them ripen in my on my countertop. All right. So we have our avocado. We're going to add some lime juice. Now you can also add a little bit of olive oil to it, or I use flaxseed oil. Give me a second, I'm going to go get it. Just going to use a little bit, not too much, of the flaxseed oil. You can use olive oil. You want to make sure it's extra virgin olive oil if you're using olive oil. We're going to add in some garlic. I've got a clove of garlic here. Now I cut my garlic up ahead of time so that it can sit to release the enzymes. It takes about 10 to 20 minutes to release the enzymes, and then you've got the best nutritional value from your garlic. I'm going to add a little bit of cumin into it, some spice, and for good measure, because turmeric is such a great anti-cancer food and spice, I'm going to add a little bit of turmeric to it, and then I'll also add a little bit of black pepper. I'm not going to add too much. So it's about 1 teaspoon of turmeric, and a 1/4 teaspoon of black pepper is kind of the ratio that you need. And that will allow about up to a 2,000% increase in the absorption rate of the curcumin, which is the cancer fighting property or prevention property in our turmeric. All right, and then all I need to do is take my immersion blender and blend it up. Ooh. Now, if you want, this is pretty thick. If you would like it a little runnier, you could add a little bit of water to it. But I'm okay with this being a thicker dressing. I'm going to get this off. So I have my dressing ready to go. All right. So now all we need to do is put together our salad. Are you ready for that? All right, so we're going to start with a base of romaine lettuce. Now, what I've done is I've pre-cut up, washed and cut up my romaine lettuce. And what you want to get is about half your plate being the leafy greens. So if I just move this to the side of my plate or bowl, it's about half, but I'm going to spread it out because I want it spread out. And then I'm going to add to that some red pepper. So I've got some red pepper to give it a nice color, a red color. And I have some red cabbage as well. I'll give the little bit of red cabbage to it. Now, red cabbage is a cruciferous vegetable, which has a lot of anti-cancer properties for us. And I have some carrots out as well. And my hack on the carrots, I've got shredded carrots, is what I do is I buy them organic shredded carrots, already shredded. And then all I need to do is add them, take a handful and add them. I don't get to spend my time fiddling around with the carrots. But it's easy to do. It's just time consuming. And if, we want to, a lot of people really, their big thing is the time. So this is a way that you can save some time. I'm going to add in some cilantro here. So just some cilantro leaves that I've got here. And cilantro is really good. It's a very good detoxification herb. It basically will bind heavy metals to remove them from our body. So adding some cilantro is going to help with that. And of course, cilantro is a big thing in Mexico and with Mexican food. Now, if you have somebody in your family who has an aversion to cilantro, because there are a lot of people that do, then what you could do instead is use something like parsley if you want, or just leave it out. All right. Then I'm just going to mix that in a little bit. I have some red onion, which is also on our cancer fighting properties. So we're going to add some red onion that we've cut up. And red onion, of all the onions, because of the red color, has the most antioxidant properties. So it's high up there. Now I'm going to add in some of my taco meat. I'm going to put it kind of in the center here. I can add in some of my dressing. Oops. I'm just going to place it around the edge here. Now this is a good one to put in a squirt bottle and then squirt it on. That would be great. Add it here. And then I'm going to finish it off with some beautiful cherry tomatoes that I've cut in half. So I'll add them in, a little bit of cherry tomato around the edge. Add them into the taco mix too. And then my finale will be some more avocado. So I've got the other half of my fresh avocado. I'm going to take that, and this time I'm going to actually peel it and slice it on top. So let's take it and peel off the skin. Comes off. And then what I can do is just slice it. And add it on to the top. And there we have our beautiful taco salad. that away. And here we go. Here's our taco salad. All right.
Looks good.
Mm-hmm. Well,
It's
I will
really
let you
cute.
know at the end if it tastes good. All right. So I wanted to spend a few minutes to go through some of these ingredients that we have for you and show you what we've got before we wrap it up. All right. So let's go to the ingredients list that we have here. And so these are the ingredients that we used. And we talked this week about antioxidants, vitamins, minerals, and fiber. And when we're looking at our antioxidants, our red bell peppers, our cilantro, avocado, cherry tomatoes are all antioxidants. Now, I'm going to take the broccoli out because that shouldn't be in there. And we neutralize the free radicals. Okay, let me start over on this section. I'm just going to leave it. All right. So for our antioxidants, we have red bell peppers, cilantro, avocado, and cherry tomatoes, and they will help to neutralize free radicals, reduce oxidative stress, and protect us against cancer. Our vitamins come from our red onions, bell peppers, carrots, avocado, and cherry tomatoes, and they will boost our immune function, support our skin health, and promote cellular repair. The minerals come from our red cabbage, broccoli, and pepita seeds, which I can put on here. I have some pepita seeds that I could sprinkle on. And these will support our bone health, regulate blood pressure, and enhance muscle function. And fiber, the leafy greens, the red onion, bell peppers, carrots, red cabbage, and cherry tomatoes will help to promote digestive health, aid in weight management, and reduce our cancer risk. So there's lots of amazing benefits that come from the properties in this taco salad. So I'm adding on my pepitas. It's a good thing I had that to remember. This is like a little extra. All right. So here it is again, our beautiful salad here. Ooh, you can really see it now. It's our beautiful salad.
Looks good.
All right.
Really beautiful.
So all we need to do is taste it now. All right. Want to get some of that taco meat and the dressing into this and a little bit of the lettuce. A good bite.
Yummy.
Mm-hmm. Yummy. All right. OJ, any questions for today?
Okay. Yeah. So I just wanted to know, is there a specific shape to cut the carrots? Could it be diced or could it be long in shape? Or you could just do
so if you want to cut the carrots, instead of buying the shredded carrots to cut them? Yeah. So what I do is I will wash my carrots and then I'll cut them into rounds, just thin ones, about 1/4 of an inch or a little bit thinner. And I cut them on a diagonal, and then I'll take those and then I'll chop them into the matchsticks. So what we can do is I can demo that one day. It's not that hard to do. It is a bit on the time consuming